about being emotionally fit. What does that mean?
Well, emotionally fit means you're actually able to get through the things that are really pulling you down. They're really, you know, all the stuff that's going on around us with COVID and, you know, trying to work and trying to get stuck in all of these different things that are happening.
Like, I can't do that. I've never done it before. I haven't been doing that before. I'd like to be able to bake a cake, but I've never done it.
Sure. Or everybody else does it and I'm not as good as them. We start doing
I'm only going to do it
comparison
if it comes out perfect, even though I've never done it before.
Right. Or I can never get started because there's so much to do.
Okay, that's making more sense. So it's kind of the like, I think you nailed it when you said it's the stories that we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
That we're not able to do it.
Yeah.
For some reason or another. Some excuse.
It's really interesting, but our different emotional states dictate the stories that we have in ourselves. So if we're balanced, the stories are everybody's good, everybody's working together, everybody's having some kind of connection. If we're victimizing ourselves or we're feeling like victims, the stories are all about how we can't do anything and we're just not able to do it. We can't cope. We can't do all of this stuff.
So when you're emotionally fit, you're not getting bogged down.
Exactly.
So that's what we're going to talk about, how to become emotional fit.
Yeah, our brain, heart, working together, strong. Yeah.
That's our little dude. Our friend Kurt drew that for us.
It's awesome.
He's awesome.
He's our emotionally fit abomination is what
He
Kurt
totally
Paul.
is, because his energy's always high. He doesn't let things bother him. He's like, oh, a project? Okay, I'll figure that one out. Oh, let's go play a game. Let's go do this. Just always going, taking action, and bringing joy to everyone. Doesn't that sound amazing? And he does it because he's emotionally fit. He doesn't let things faze him.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll experience it. He's a super friendly guy, loves his community, loves his boys, loves his daughter, all of that stuff.
Yeah. He's an awesome
He has
dude.
2 sets of twins. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about. We're talking about being emotionally fit.
And so none of us are born emotionally fit. None of us are born balanced. We have to actually learn that. And, you know, we're supposed to learn it from our society and from our parents and from our teachers and things like that. However, nobody is, so they don't know how to teach it.
Until I met you.
You know, yeah, we aren't taught this stuff in school, and our parents weren't taught this stuff in school, so we get really mixed up between behavior and emotion, and we get really mixed up in how to be
Well, that's why we avoid
balanced. Right.
Because we don't get it.
Right.
I mean, that just goes back to, I don't know how to do it,
Right.
so I'm not doing it.
Right. And so then everybody ends up in therapy and they end up in life quests and they end up trying to find their why, and really what they really need to do is step back and really work on emotional fitness. And that's you know, that's the big piece. And how you do that is you start identifying your emotions. And this is the second thing we're talking about, is identifying your emotions. A lot of people talk about behaviors as if they're emotions, and the idea is, if you can identify or see or observe somebody doing something,
That's
like becoming
behavior.
angry, that's a behavior. So anger is a behavior because you can see it. Powerless is not. But a lot of people become angry when they feel powerless. A lot of people become disappointed when they don't get what they want.
And so that shows up sad.
It shows up sad. It can show up sad. It can show up angry too, because they're powerless over not getting what they wanted. And so they all mix up. But if you can see it, it's a behavior. If you can't see it, you experience it, that's an emotion. And the problem is we all talk about behavior as if it's an emotion, and we just become redundant. We just tell people what they already see, but we never actually share with ourselves or share with other people what we experience. And so it's really about, you laughing at my hands again?
No, I'm laughing at my mom texting me during a Facebook Live.
Oh, Sharon. She knows. And so the whole idea is being able to actually talk about the experience that you can't see instead of the behaviors that we can see. And when we start really sharing that stuff, we become more and more emotionally fit, and then we can actually have the connection we were really looking for.
And like, people are isolated right now. They might be living by themselves. So how do they share that? Can they journal? I mean, is that part of it, or do they just stuff it, or how does that work?
It's funny. A lot of people talk about journaling. I think journaling is great. Journaling is a great exercise. However, if you're feeling dominated, if you're feeling beat up, your journal is all going to be about that. And so you really have to step back and identify what's going on with you. And so I have a little system. Go ahead.
So I just want to process that a little bit more. So let's say you're feeling dominated by something, so you want to write about it. So when you realize that you're writing about something you can control, is that being dominated? I just want to work that through a little bit better.
If you're in the story of how bad things are and how you want to try to triumph over it, you can still be dominated. You're trying to control the feeling instead of just identify it. It really is.
So you can write, I'm not able to do this.
Yeah.
And then say, I'm feeling the emotions.
Yeah, and I would put, I'm feeling powerless over this. I'm feeling inferior. I'm feeling worthless. And just it's really about just identifying it, not living in it, and not talking about how bad it is because we feel that way and then beat ourselves up because we're not good enough. But really just, I feel this at this moment. I feel this at that moment. Powerless because I can't move forward. 5 words, otherwise it becomes a story. I feel powerless because I can't connect with people the way I want to. I feel powerless because I can't go and make the money I want to.
So for the typical person, this could be, I feel sad. Or no, I'm experiencing sad because it's a behavior and I'm feeling this emotion.
I am sad.
I'm still talking.
Go ahead.
So it's like, okay, this is what I'm experiencing, behavior, but we really got to get to underline what I'm really experiencing internally.
Right, and so
I see I'm feeling sad or dominated. What does that really look like? And identify the vulnerable.
Yeah, the vulnerable emotion. Yeah,
emotion.
Exactly.
What's dominating me?
Yeah.
And when I do that, I can move to balance.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're saying.
Right.
It's just that simple, and not make up a story. Just one line for this, one line for that. Okay.
Right. And so I always say, observe, report, question. And so I see myself sad. I am sad. I'm feeling lonely. What can I do to change it? It's really simple when we do that, but if we go into the story about why I'm sad or nobody's there for me or anything, we go into this.
That's the spiral.
Spiral, yeah.
And so the further you spiral down, the harder it is to go up. That's why we're saying it's so immediate. If you just, sometimes we talk about it, the light switch.
Yep.
You just turn that light switch down. It's off.
Yeah.
It's so simple when you think of it that way.
It's incredibly simple.
And then what's the
third?
Yeah, what's the third?
The third is practice this. We have in the comments or in the title, we have a link to a free gift. It's the EIT is what we call it, Emotional Identification Tool, and it has a list of a bunch of emotions. We've talked about it before, but I'm giving that to anybody who wants it. Just download it. You give me your email, of course, and you get the EIT. And it has the list of emotions in 3 different states, and then it has a little explanation of what a dominated emotion is,
and
so you can really connect with it.
It says what it is right there. And it's a tool that's going to get you moving. It's a tool that's going to help you do more in your life, and it's going to keep you in action. Who doesn't want to be in a balanced emotional state? That's where you can serve people, you can get more done, and you just feel better about yourself. I mean, that's the way we want you to be, and that's what we focus on with our clients. That's the personal development of what we do. I mean, we do all the business, how emotional state can get you picking up the phone faster, can get you through the nose, can get you doing the follow-up and following a system and being more productive so you can play on the weekend and watch your favorite show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it does. So download the EDT, not called the EDT.
EIT.
It's EIT. It's not a detective, it's an identification tool. And it's going to help keep you moving. And that's what we want to help you do.
Yeah.
Keep moving, be successful.
And have fun. And
have fun.
It's really about having fun. And so,
it's about being...
We don't need to cope with anything. We just need to identify our emotions and get fit. When we get fit, everything's fun.
So go download the EDT, the IDT.
EIT. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I thought you froze.
So we're going to be editing this.
No,
we're going to be sharing it because it was really good halfway through.
We're not editing it. You guys judge us if you want. Follow us if you want. Share it with other people who you think would have fun with this. Or if you want to torture them because you thought it was terrible, just share it with other people. Comment. Let us know what's going on with you. Let us know how you can help. And have fun with yourselves. We do, and, whatever. It's just life. Have a good day.